Hello everyone! Okay, in this video, we are going to discuss linear equations involving absolute value. Okay, so recall muna natin what is an absolute value. Now, the absolute value of a number denoted by absolute value of x, where x is a real number, is its distance d from 0 on a number line. Let us show a number line. Okay. If this is our number line, okay, and we have absolute value of x, this means that is the distance from 0 of a point on the number line. Distance, we are only talking about distance. So it means that there is a point from 0 that is x units from the left of 0, and there is another point on the right of 0 with the distance equal to x. For absolute value of x, we have here, this is equal to negative x, this is equal to positive x. Now we have here two values or 2 points on the number line that denotes the same distance, which is x units. Okay. Since absolute value only talks about distance, it is always equal to a positive number. But the value of x here can either be negative x or positive, because there are two points on the number line that represents the same distance, okay, which is x. So this means that there are 2 points or 2 values of d with the same distance from 0. Yan nga, one value on the left of 0 and another value on the right of 0. Which means that if we have an equation, absolute value of any number equal to a specific real number, we will obtain 2 values, because absolute value of x can either be equal to a positive value for x and a negative value for x. Okay? Now, we can use this relation in solving linear equation involving absolute value. Yan. For any real number x not equal to 0, if the absolute value of x is equal to a, this implies that x is either equal to a or x is equal to negative a, because again there are two possible values that have the same distance x from 0 in the number line. We can use this relation. But take note that if a is negative in the equation, absolute value of x equal to a, then the equation does not have a solution. Because since absolute value represent distance, it should always be positive. Okay? So if in the equation a is negative, then it doesn't have a solution. Okay. So we can see here that if x is any real number, there are two possible values for x in the equation absolute value of x equal to a. One is positive a and the other is negative a. Now, nakalagay dito not equal to 0. Syempre, because if x is equal to 0, then the answer will be 0. Wala naman kasing sign yung 0. So, for any absolute value, there would always be two possible answer, unless the number is equal to 0, which means 1 yan lang yung answer, which is 0. Or if it is negative, then we don't have any solution. Okay, let us try to solve some equation involving absolute value and applying this relation. Okay. Let's say we have, lagyan natin ng instruction. Solve the given equation. we are finding a value for um, the variable that would satisfy the equation. If we have absolute value of x equal to 8, this means that x is equal to 8 or x is equal to negative 8. Okay? That is using the relation. So, let us try to check if this is equal to 8, then positive 8 because absolute value is always positive, diba? If it is negative 8, then the absolute value is also equal to 8. These are the possible values of x. Okay, let's try another one. Absolute value of negative x equal to 3. Okay, so this means that negative x can either be equal to 3 or, lagyan natin ang line, negative x is equal to negative 3. So here, we can divide both sides by negative 1. X is equal to negative 3. And then here, dividing by negative 1, x is equal to 3. Okay. So, itong example na to, may solution pa din tayo. Okay, let's have another one. Absolute value of x equal to negative 9. Okay, ito naman, this is an example wherein there is no solution. Okay? Because it is not possible for the absolute value of any number to be negative. Okay? Kasi nga, absolute value of a number is always positive because it denotes the distance. So, that is what we need to look at in our equation first. The absolute value should be positive. Okay, sige, let's have another example. Number 4 na tayo. Negative absolute value of x equal to 4. Yan. Okay. So, ito, positive naman yung a natin in the equation absolute value of x equal to a. Positive yung a. But, in here, meron siyang negative. If we divide both sides by negative 1, para kasi may definition tayo, absolute value, di ba? Negative 4. This is also not possible. Which means, ito ay wala ring solution. Okay, no solution din tayo dito. Sige, let's have another example. Number 5 na tayo, no? Negative absolute value of x equal to negative 4. Ito naman, negative to. We cannot conclude immediately that there will be no solution. Kasi nakita natin may negative din dito, diba? So, we can divide both sides by negative 1. And we have absolute value of x equal to 4. Okay? And this means that x is either equal to 4 or x is equal to negative 4. Okay? So, ito ay may solution. Okay? So, take note on when an absolute value will not have a solution. And that would happen if a is negative or if there is a negative here and a is positive. Okay? Sige, let's have another example. We have absolute value of x minus 6 is equal to 8. Okay. So, this means that the absolute value of the quantity x minus 6 is equal to 8. Which means that our two solution will be x minus 6 equal to positive 8 or x minus 6 is equal to negative 8. Okay? Because remember, if we remove the absolute value here, this can mean that x or the answer is positive or it can be negative. Okay? We now solve for each of the two given equation. Here we have x equal to 8 plus 6. Remember when we use addition property of equality, this will be moved to this side with opposite the sign. X is equal to 14. Okay? And then on this side, we have x equal to negative 8 plus 6, which is negative 2. Sige, we can check. If you are not sure whether your answer is right or wrong, we can check. Lagyan natin ng check. Dito, if we use 14, we have 14 minus 6, absolute value, is it equal to 8? So this is absolute value of 8. Is it equal to 8? Of course, it's equal to 8. So 14 is correct. Here, we have negative 2. We have negative 2 minus 6. Is it equal to 8? Absolute value of negative 8. Is it equal to 8? Yes, it is equal to 8. So this means that both 14 and negative 2 are possible values of x. Okay? Pareho siyang correct. Sige, let us have another example. We have absolute value of 4m equal to 24. Yan. So, again, absolute value, ibig sabihin yan, 4m is equal to 24 or 4m is equal to negative 24. We divide both sides by 4. Okay, m is equal to 6. And on this side, divide both sides by 4. M is equal to negative 6. Okay? So, for absolute value, we always obtain two answers unless equal to 0. Siyempre, pag 0, isa lang siya. If the whole absolute value 0 yung form na absolute value of a equal to absolute value of x equal to a. Okay, next. Number 8. Let's have another example. So we have 2 times the absolute value of x plus 5 is equal to 9. Okay. So, ito, we have to solve it first. We have to simplify it first because if we are solving with an absolute value, the equation should be all the absolute value should be the one on one side and the constant will be on the other side before we solve. Okay? Before we can obtain two possible values. So, dito, isolate muna natin may absolute value. We have here 2x, 2 times absolute value of x, equal to 9 minus 5. Ito, applying addition property of equality. This will be moved on this side, positive na siya. 2 times absolute value of x is equal to 4. We will divide by 2. Absolute value of x is equal to 2. Yan. Ito na yung magiging dalawa. So, absolute value, x can either be equal to 2 or x is equal to negative 2. Okay? So, we will just apply the relation for absolute value wherein we have positive and negative of all the term inside the absolute value. If yung form na equation natin, yun na naiwan sa isang side at constant na lang sa other side. Okay, yung naka-absolute value na lang. Sige, let's continue. Absolute value of x minus 7 minus 12 is equal to 8. Yan. Ito, may katabi pa siyang 12. So, we have to eliminate this and move it to another side by applying addition property of equality. X minus 7 equal to 8 plus 12. Plus 12. Okay? So, we simplify. Absolute value of x minus 7 equal to 20. Now, we apply the relation for absolute value. So, dito lang tayo magkakaroon na ng dalawang solution. Either x minus 7 will be equal to positive 20 or x minus 7 is equal to negative 20. Okay, in this side, x is equal to 20 plus 7, which is equal to 27. On this side, we have x equal to negative 20 plus 7, which is negative 13. Okay, so x is equal to 27 and also or negative 13. Okay. Okay, let's have more examples for absolute value. Number 10 na tayo, no? So, this is 2 times 3x minus 9 minus 6 equal to 0. So, yun ang goal natin palagi. Put the absolute value on one side, all other terms on the other side. Okay? Before we apply the relation for absolute value na positive at negative. So, we now have here 2 times absolute value of 3x minus 9 equal to positive 6. We divide both sides by 2 kasi kailangan absolute value lang. So, we now have here 3x minus 9 absolute value equal to 3. Okay? So, yan na. Ito na yung dalawa. 3x minus 9 is either equal to positive 3 or 3x minus 9 is equal to negative 3. Okay? So, here we have 3x equal to 3 plus 9. Okay? Move ko lang ng konti. Ay, sorry. We have here 3x equal to 12. We divide both sides by 3. Okay, liitan ko na lang. We now have here x. Ay, ba't nagalaw? X is equal to 4. Yan. Doon naman tayo sa isa pa. We have here 3x equal to negative 3 plus 9. We have 3x equal to 6. Divide both sides by 3. X is equal to 2. So, in this equation, x is either equal to 2 or x is equal to 4. Okay? Sige, let's continue. Absolute value of x plus 2 all over 4 equal to 8. Okay? So, we multiply both sides by 4 first to eliminate the fraction. This is now absolute value of x plus 2 equal to 32. Okay, apply na natin yung definition ng absolute value. We have x plus 2 equal to 32 or x plus 2 equal to negative 32. We have here x equal to 32 minus 2. X is equal to 30 here. And here we have x equal to negative 32 minus 2. X is negative 34. So x is either 30 or negative 34. Okay? Sige, I have one last example. Number 12. X over 2 plus 6 equal to 1. Actually, while we are discussing example, pwede naman kayo na mag-solve. Yan, binigay na yung given. Solve nyo, post nyo muna. And then, after nyo ma-solve, play nyo ulit para ma-check nyo kung tama yung answer nyo or hindi, di ba? So, this is ng absolute value naman na to. So, this is x over 2 plus 6 equal to 1 or, sorry, alisin na pala yung absolute value kasi naka-isolate naman na siya. X over 2 plus 6 equal to positive 1 or x over 2 plus 6 equal to negative 1. So here we have x over 2 equal to 1 minus 6. X over 2 is equal to negative 5. Multiply both sides by 2. We have here x equal to negative 10. On this side, x over 2 equal to negative 1 minus 6. X over 2 is equal to negative 7. Multiply both sides by 2. Okay, we have here x equal to negative 14. So, in this question, x is either equal to negative 10 or negative 14. Okay, so that's the end of our video. Thank you for watching. Bye!